What is going on, everyone? Halftime live. Eagles up 13-10 over the Rams. Some good, some bad, some ugly, some untimely sacks. We're going to get into it. Joining me, Shane Haff at Shane Haff NFL. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? I would like to be talking about a 10-point lead right now after a touchdown, but unfortunately that's not our lot in life. So here we are. A little frustrating to end the half there.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're watching us live, please be sure to comment your thoughts on this one. Noom says sort the traffic, not much there. Jalen doing Jalen things. Steven says every bounce going the Rams way. I feel like every 50-50 ball has gone right to the Rams, which is nuts. Nothing going in the Eagles' favor. Marshawn saying Jalen Hurts sucks. AJ got to lock it in. 2 drops from AJ in the first half. Let's lead off with Jalen Hurts. 9 of 12, 66 yards. He does have that 44-yard touchdown run, 67 on the ground. Parts of it has been good. The play action to Dallas Goedert was amazing. And there's just been, I think my one memory of this first half from Jalen, though, has been those 2 sacks that have taken the Eagles out of field goal range. Even though they probably would never have kicked it with Jake Elliott struggling the way he is. What are your thoughts on Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, the sack on the previous drive that knocked him out of field goal range, that can't happen. That's a bad play by Hurts. He had enough time that you've got to buy time or get that ball out of there. That last one, that's not on Hurts. I mean, you had a guy come through untouched. I don't know what's going on protection-wise there. To me, that looked like it should have been Becton's guy, and he just let him go. And really, the clock, man, the entire end-of-half sequence was just garbage. But Jalen Hurts has been really bad under pressure. He's only completed 2 passes and taken 4 sacks when under pressure. And the Eagles are going to have to step up and protect him better than that. The Rams are playing aggressive. They're keying the run on early downs, and the Eagles are going to have to make them pay. They weren't able to do that through the air in the first half. And some of that comes down to drops. And I mean, we'll get into that, but AJ Brown with 2 drops in one game is pretty unbelievable.
It's insane. Going to the running back, Saquon, 11 carries for 94 yards. Some big plays. I love seeing Saquon involved with the checkdowns. That was really nice. The one play at the end of the half where he got the 3rd and 14 on a screen pass, hurt his wrist or something. I believe he went back out there, but that did not look good. You could see him like trying to get up to the sideline quickly after that shot. I mean, the Eagles are running all over the Rams. That bodes well for this kind of game where it's really starting to come down now with the snow. Thoughts on the rushing game?
Yeah, the rushing attack looked really good. I mean, you would expect it to, but the Eagles are sitting at a 60% rushing success rate now. They had their way early, and then the Rams really started keying the run on early downs. And you saw the efficiency drop a little bit. And that's where I like getting some of those swing passes out of the backfield. Getting the ball to your running backs out of the backfield in space is going to be key, because I expect pass game to continue to deteriorate as the weather worsens. So if you can get the ball out to your guys in space, I mean, that's really what you want in a run play anyways. So I think you'll see more of those swing passes as sort of an extension of the running game in the second half. And you just want the ball in Barkley's hands and Gainwell's hands. Gainwell had some good plays there in the first half, 2 touches, 20 yards. You're going to need both of those guys in the second half, I think.
Keith says Mekhi Becton isn't looking very good at all. I feel like it was a tale of like 2 quarters for Becton. Like there are times when he was opening up running lanes like crazy, and then the mistakes are just so glaring and so bad. It has really cost them. Marshawn saying interior protection sucks. I was calling a hater talking about the Eagles' interior O-line versus this Rams defensive line throughout the week. Now we see why. It's what it is.
Yeah, Becton's been awful in pass protection. 3 pressures, 2 sacks. Although he did throw a guy out of the club on that long Saquon touchdown. So, and that's kind of been him all season, right? He hasn't been this bad in pass protection, but he's been really good as a run blocker, and he's had struggles as a pass blocker. And it's a little more of the same. kind of magnified with some footing issues right now.
Dan says AJ needs inner excellence. Jalen is doing fine and converting on third down. Keith says Jalen isn't doing fine. He's taken 3 bad sacks and overthrew an open AJ Brown. He also had AJ Brown for a near touchdown that was dropped. The one pass to AJ where he gator armed that ball that should have been a first down. Yeah, some weird AJ Brown moments in the first half that we're not used to seeing. Let's go. Any other thoughts before we get to defense?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the Eagles offense has shot themselves in the foot. Like AJ Brown, 0 drops on 98 targets coming into the day, 2 drops on 4 targets in that half. You take sacks out of field goal range twice. You've missed an extra point. Well, we're about to get to the defense, but you've dropped 2 interceptions and you're still taking a lead into half. So kind of like you said, it feels like everything is bounced against the Eagles so far, and they still have the lead. It's just not as comfortable as we would like it to be.
Yep. Let's get to the defense. Like you said, missed opportunities. You had an interception by Isaiah Rodgers that was this close. You had an interception by Darius Slay that was this close. Oren Burks leads the team in tackles. CJ Gardner-Johnson had a nice tackle for a loss, but he also had a missed tackle on a big play. Cooper DeJean is definitely getting worked in the middle of the field, as we've seen. Jalen Carter doing Jalen Carter things. He's been an absolute beast. What are your thoughts on the defense?
Yeah, I mean, the defense has played pretty well, I think. You give up 10 points. I think you'll take that. The Rams, I don't feel like they've ran the ball particularly well. Stafford's hit a few passes. They should have had a couple of interceptions. The biggest thing for me is it doesn't feel like they're getting very much pressure on Stafford, and that's going to have to change. You need to be able to pressure Stafford, and the Eagles haven't been able to generate that in the way that I thought they would. And so that's the biggest thing that needs to change defensively. You got to get Stafford under pressure, get him under fire a bit. Yeah,
for sure. The Rams at one point were 3 of 4 on 3rd and 4th down to start the game. They've really the defense has done a really good job to finish out the half. Tex says Quentin equals first down. Is Smitty playing? He got rocked on that one deep pass that was called unnecessary roughness. I hate that play because that should have been the ball should have been on like the 40-yard line on the other end, and it was only a 15-yard penalty. No word on Quignon yet. That is a big thing to watch for sure. I'm sure that's a huge talking point at the break. AJ literally dropped a touchdown. He would be up 10-20, having a different conversation. That Rodgers was 50-50, but stuff can start going our way. Let's get to second half adjustments, man. How did the Eagles pull this one out?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I think you've got to have something to counter what the Rams are trying to do against you on early downs. Get some play action bootlegs going. Like Jalen Hurts has the first play of the game, play action bootleg to Goddard at 14 yards. He ran one play action bootleg last week. It was a 28-yard play. Like get Hurts on the move out of the pocket, designed in the passing game. And then defensively, I think you just got to buckle down. You got to make the plays that are in front of you. The Eagles have not done that so far, but you got to have some guys start winning some matchups against the Rams offensive line.
Yeah, this second half will be won in the trenches. This is going to be classic football. Eagles up by 3. I think the Rams get the ball first. It's up to the Eagles interior O-line to, have a consistent performance in this second half and get those stunts, communicate well, and just knock down this Rams defensive line that's been a problem in the first half. I think I don't really have anything more than that. Yeah, the offense needs to stop shooting itself in the foot. But at the end of the day, like this, whoever can run the ball and win time of possession is going to win. That's not real analysis, but that's really what this is going to come down to. The positive side is that bodes really well for an Eagles offense that has been running the ball extremely effective. So I expect this to be a heavy Saquon second half, assuming he is good to go. Shane, final thoughts. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go Birds. Come hang out with us on the post-game show while we celebrate this second half that the Eagles are going to put the Rams away. I'm speaking it into existence.
Playoff football, man. This is what we signed up for. It's going to be a fun second half as the snow gets heavier. I mean, I'm in Lancaster, and it's been snowing like crazy these last 90 minutes. So I assume all of that is heading to Philly. So he is Shane Half NFL on X. I'm Deibs, Mr. Crockpot. It's going to be a fun second half to watch the Birds and the Rams play in the snow. We will be live as the second hits 0 for post-game live. For Shane, for myself, stay awesome, everyone.